Hello.
Greetings and welcome to episode 5 of Monarch, He Who Fights with Monsters, a special limited series event from the Untold Stories Project. I am your host and game master, Aaron. Monarch is an actual play of everyday heroes using the Kong Skull Island cinematic adventure as its primary source of material. Everyday Heroes is a modern day rule set that is based on the 5th edition of the world's most popular RPG system, and in many ways acts as an unofficial follow-up to D20 Modern from the days of 3rd edition. It is a D20 based system with most of the same basic rules as can be found in 5e. There are a variety of cinematic adventure licenses available for Everyday Heroes, including The Crow, Highlander, Escape from New York, Rambo, Pacific Rim, and of course, Kong Skull Island. Our channel reward system to give moral support to a player. And speaking of our players, we have an incredible group of Monarch personnel here with us tonight. Say, into the breach, heroes.
Into the breach.
Heroes.
Heroes, let's go ahead and have you introduce yourselves. Tell us your name, who you're playing, where else our listeners can find you, and answer our question of the week, which is, if your character could go anywhere to explore, where would they choose? And let's start us off with Gary.
Hey, I'm Gary. I'm playing Doc, and you can also see me on Tuesdays, City of Destinies, playing Golden Knight. This one's easy for Doc. She is natural science. She's all about the Titans. She would want to be like in Kong's lair, hanging out with him, learning, exploring, and probably getting squished. So, yeah, easy choice for her. I will pass it to Chris.
Thanks, Gary. I am Chris. Tonight I'm playing Glasses, your resident, devastatingly handsome parkour John Wick. Looking forward to another one experience in the land of Kong Skull Island. Glasses would also, not unlike Doc, love to further explore, or more completely explore, I guess, not only Kong's lair, but the entire area. It just seems like an amazing opportunity for photographs, and Glasses is always looking for the opportunity to win that Pulitzer. And I will pass it to Aunt Puppy.
Hi, I am Aunt Puppy. I am going to be playing Boomer today. If that doesn't indicate how my day has gone today.
Okay, Boomer.
You only get one. So you can see me on Tuesdays playing City of Destiny. I play Keone, the resident Stabby there. I will also be starting after we're done here with a new campaign on Thursdays. So that will be fun. But yeah, and then I also run the social media. So if you're ever interacting with anybody on USP social media, it's probably me. So sorry about that, guys. And to answer the question of the day, I feel like Boomer would want to be anywhere but here. Basically, she wants to be where there are she's just in a room or a hut or a building or somewhere where there is nobody else. It's just her by herself, and she just is cleaning all of her guns. And that's really just like how she wants to spend her time. She loves going on adventures, but like when she comes home, she doesn't want to go on an adventure when she's home. So like to her, that's a vacation. And with that, I will pass it down to Jimmy.
I did that as I took a bite of food. Hey guys,
I was a server, so that is what we are good at, is waiting till the bite of food is just in your mouth to have the conversation.
I'm a very sleepy Jemmy. I will be playing Lieutenant, where this is my circus and these are my monkeys. Except for the actual monkey. Um, you can find me around the network on Tuesdays, playing Bella or Hexa, the witch in City of Destiny. There's also a good chance you'll see me on any one shot, and yeah, that's about right. Excuse me, sorry. To answer the question, honestly, I think Lieutenant would just want to go to Japan and get to explore there. Lieutenant has Japanese heritage, um, and knows Japanese. And I think they would love the chance to just get to go to that part of their identity and go explore there. We've grown up on so because parents worked for Monarch, they kind of stayed near.
Of the Rock of Fire Explosion analog of the Untold Stories project. Got that out first take. So with that, I'm playing Tracker, our delightful little tracker who loves the forest and the best person ever in the world, Mawas, best monkey, best boy, best person on the team. And to answer the question of the day, Tracker would honestly, I believe, want to go visit North Sentinel Island just because it is one of the very few places that is truly untouched by modern technology in our hands. If there was a way to avoid and somehow even tainting it with the touch of our terrible, terrible world that we have got into, to see that little bit of pristine nature before it's gone, because it is a very, very quickly vanishing resource. So there's my maudlin answer for the year. I'm not going to do that anymore. Let me get back to funny, cheeky stuff. I don't know where it came from. I'm sorry. I apologize to all of you, but you're wonderful people for being here for it. With that, we'll go back to Aaron.
So last time on Monarch, our heroes managed to stop a group of apex scientists who were interfering with a unexpected snare hunter nest that was in the Amazon. While they were there, they found a portal to presumably to Hollow Earth. They also found a Titan in the form of the Snare Hunter Queen. She took off, which then led to our team getting behind the controls of Mogura and stopping the Queen before either Kong or Godzilla took notice of her. Monarch then returned the Snare Hunter Queen through that portal that they had found, and while other Monarch personnel are guarding the portal, our heroes have been able to return to the base, which is where we are going to pick up with them. So you have all managed to, return to the headquarters. Mogura is being patched up. I think Mogura took a little bit of damage. Not a ton, but some, if memory serves. And obviously there are things to talk about. So Keiko will meet with all of you and just kind of looks at you and goes, I don't even know where to start.
Coffee?
Huh?
Coffee?
So I guess I'll start with good work. That was yeah. So unfortunately, because of the cave-in, we don't have a lot of answers as to what exactly Apex was doing down there. Although from the from your reports, they were clearly trying to control the snare hunters.
Mm-hmm.
And even had machines on the Queen.
Yeah.
So that's all terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we apparently have another way to get into Hollow Earth. Or at least we presume that. The real question is whether Apex found that or made it.
I mean, if we can excavate the cave in, I guess that could find us our answer. If it's still there, it's probably natural. If it's not, and it was their technology,
The portal is still there.
then I
Um,
would assume it's more natural.
Well, if
I
they
could be
ripped a
wrong, but
hole, if they ripped a hole, the hole could stay open even if the machinery is gone.
It's
Right.
got to be fairly recent because the vegetation's not that old or widespread, right?
I would
Yes.
assume, though, if I was to be as stupid as to think ripping a hole into hollow earth and trying to control creatures, I wouldn't want to make it one that would stay open.
Well,
Maybe not
maybe
have had a choice.
they'd have a choice.
Fair, but I fear if I figured out I couldn't close it, I wouldn't do it. I guess I'm assuming that Apex would take that far.
Yeah, yeah, it's Apex, right?
Um, so I don't really know a good way to tell you this, but we need people to go through the portal. We need to know where that leads. And maybe there are answers on the other side of it. And the powers that be think that you five are the right group to do it. Yeah, you don't get to just touch your nose to not get out of it. Sorry.
I got
think-
Mawas. We're good. My gut's been covered.
I was trying to figure out how many people would notice the nose goes.
Yeah. Well,
I was gonna say I can stay behind and the monkey can go. That's 5.
That's hard.
No, that's not how that works. Honestly, Doc, your expertise would be essential on the other side.
Yeah, I
Right.
figured that.
Me and
It's just-
Mawas are just invasive species, so we can't go.
There's so much information to pour over. There's still the ant that we collected to look at.
My
It's a
group
lot
will
of
take
stuff.
the assignment.
So even after the collapse that we escaped, we still have access to the portal relatively easily, or are we going to have to backtrack from the cave?
So the cave system collapsed, but the portal still extends out above the ground. It
Oh,
is
okay.
large enough that
Probably easier to get to now.
yes, in fact, you no longer need to travel through a cave network to go to it. You just need to go over the rubble.
Well, I just jumped down the hole because the queen dug herself out. But still.
It's more of a slope than a hole, but yes.
Also, sorry, Gary, your reaction was really damn funny. We're gonna take the assignment.
Glad you caught it. Do we need to take Mogera with us?
We plan to have Mogura on standby. We don't necessarily think sending Mogura through the portal is a great way for what should be an investigative mission.
Fair enough.
We send Mogura through the portal, and if there are other Titans on the other side, we're inviting a fight. Also, how do I put this?
Lightly.
You are all incredibly valuable to Monarch, and I value you as people.
But we don't cost $1 billion.
Exactly. Mogura, they're not willing to throw Mogura through the portal until they have a better idea of what's on the other side and if you can come back.
Fair. You can be blunt.
Don't listen to Amawas, you're priceless.
Look, I spent what to me was a few months, but what was actually almost 50 years in Hollow Earth. I understand why this is a big ask.
I
Alright,
suppose we don't want to rely on the big bot too much and it become a crutch, right?
Well, and again, Mogura is a wonderful weapon, but not really an exploration tool.
we also don't want any of the creatures we're going against to become accustomed to it and be ready for it. It works better as a surprise. As I said, we'll take the assignment. Just give us a day or two.
Of course. You've got 72 hours.
Good thing we leveled up.
And you leveled up. Yes, for the benefit of our audience, all of our heroes have leveled up. They are now level 5 characters in Everyday Heroes terms. Which for all of them came with the real nice bonus of their proficiency bonus going up from 2 to 3, making them just a little bit better at everything they do.
We learned good.
And yes,
Couple extra hit points, always a good thing.
All of the combat-based characters will now be able to make 2 attacks when they attack. Our genius now has some additional effects when they enact a plan. And our commander is able to issue 2 commands in 1 turn.
One is a bonus action.
One is a bonus action.
You can talk out of both sides of your mouth.
Yeah, it also means that she can actually do something and still someone on the team can get the benefit of the command. Or she can just command twice. So yeah, our heroes have all gotten a little bit tougher. I'm sure that won't be required for them to go through the portal or anything. But
It'll be a cakewalk.
It'll be a cakewalk. Nothing could possibly go wrong. God himself could not harm you as you go on this mission.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Yes. So yeah, you have 3 days to requisition any gear that you want. Say, check in with family, check in with work. If you want to, update your will. So yeah. So I guess the important thing to ask would be, what does everybody want to do during these 3 days?
Notify my next of kin.
Boomer
You mean your
heard.
parents?
Yeah.
Boomer heard whatever supplies and tech you want, and she immediately started moving towards where all the tech and the weapons were.
I mean, you can requisition it. That doesn't necessarily mean you'll get all of it.
It's a small guy that handles the requisitions. I think she can intimidate him into giving her whatever she wants.
You will, assuming that you are, you're going to all be required to actually wear the full helmet and combat kit, because they will also fit that with a breathing apparatus just in case there's a hostile environment on the other side.
Do we have a monkey-sized one?
They do have a monkey-sized one.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god,
What?
it's gonna be so cute.
Can they hook into read our vitals and things like that?
Yes, but no.
Okay.
Um,
Just didn't know how far they were going with.
that is exactly the problem. Is the signals won't go through the port.
Yeah, that's true.
But if the suits can do it, I don't know if they have GPS, but maybe a local locator. Maybe they can feed that back to your tech there, Doc, and you could maybe keep an eye on us if we get separated and something happens.
Yeah, we should be able to with the MFAD
What's something if just pipe it to you? It won't go back to base,
track.
but
Right.
if
Keep
you have a
track
way to
of
track our
us
vitals and us, right?
individually.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
if you happen to say fall down a pit and can't call for help, you can find us. That will never happen. Gods wouldn't do that to us. This is going to be easy.
So, Boomer, what are we planning to requisition?
She. Okay. So is it like a catalog of weapons I can choose from, or do I have to like go onto a computer and do it?
I think it's probably more a case of you can ask for something and they'll tell you if they've got it available.
So
Um,
she's
you are
she's
already carrying about the biggest gun that you can actually carry. Um, although you could possibly ask for a flamethrower or a rocket launcher.
so she is going to find the requisition forms and she's gonna hit select all. And she's gonna send it forward and just hope for the best. So yeah, like flamethrower, rocket launcher, more grenades, more flares. Like she's just gonna keep going down the list and be like, oh yeah, that, yeah, oh yeah, that, and just like keep checking the box. And then she's just gonna say please in the comments and send it on and hope for the best. And then she's
I
she's
mean,
kind of going through her suit and kind of looking and seeing what she's got underneath, and she's kind of got a vest similar to what Yolana had in Black Widow, where it's got so many pockets, and she's just trying to figure out where she would fit each one of the things she's requisitioned.
fair enough.
I
So
want
yeah.
to see your flamethrower pocket.
So sidetrack story. My dad has always wanted a flamethrower, and we always kind of thought it was a joke. But my brother bought him a mini flamethrower for his birthday this year, so I'm interested to see what snow is gonna look like. Oh, yeah, my dad's gonna lose a finger. But yeah, so she just kind of went through the list and was just like, oh, we could use that. We could use that. I bet glasses could use that. She's just kind of requisitioning what she thinks not only herself but everybody else could use. Not asking anybody what they want, just making an assumption and just kind of checking the boxes as she goes down, and then just puts like please with a smiley face in the comment section of if we're gonna die, I would like to go down flamethrowing and fighting shit. So
That's fair. Um, yeah, no, that's fair. Uh, I will add some things to your inventory.
yes, I imagine she gets like one acceptance and she's like, oh yeah, they're gonna give me everything, and then she just gets a bunch of emails that just say no, 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 no. Just like a list of things and she gets like two out of the like hundreds of things she's selected.
Hmm.
I like when the little box pops up.
What about everyone else?
I figure in 3 days, if I go visit the infectious disease ward of a local hospital, I can get sick and they won't send me. But if we gotta do something, then gather survival. Well, I'd say camping, exploring equipment, mosquito nests, wet light mat or phosphorus and a piece of flint, uh, small makeshift tent, hatchet, nylon rope, just life straws, water purification tablets, things that we don't know what we're getting into, but if we can't find food or can't find clean water, we can get by with it for a little bit
Sure.
to try and make that transition easier since who knows what's on the other side.
Yep. No. So even without asking for it, they will make sure that you guys have, um, you know, survival equipment, camping, 2 weeks worth of rations, um, water purifying tablets, a rad counter. Um, your suits are obviously set up for communication between them and local relative. I love you. Good night. Um, they're able to track relative position. Um, so
Yep. Just not letting it go unsaid, making sure have such, and making sure it's organized so it's easier to get to, not
mhm.
a pack of stuff that I can have to search through. The easier I can make it, the more I can arrange it, the better will be in case something happens. So just being proactive, not reactive.
Sure, makes absolute sense.
And then a whole day of playing with the monkey,
Of course,
Darth
because
Maul's.
you have to.
Doc really isn't going to requisition a whole lot. Uh, she's taken a few shots with her rifle, so she'll make sure that she has some ammunition for that. But other than that, she's probably going to put a sign on her door that says "Do not disturb" and has like a picture of Kong on it. And she's just like going to pour over all the information that she collected from the last couple times, like download stuff from the MFAT and the
Makes
hacking
sense.
she did into it. She's gonna like analyze that. You know, not gonna give a whole lot of insight into the devices that they put on, but anything that she can pour out from that, that's what she's gonna spend her time doing. It's just
Okay.
nerding out.
Absolutely something she can do.
But what we really want to know is what lucky lady does Glasses spend his last nights here on this side of the portal with? Who could it be? Or is it a lucky lady? Or there's 3 nights. Maybe it's Glasses. Who
That was
knows?
well. I just thought it was funny that you said that in the singular. Um, so sorry, puppy. Um, so I will spend at least one afternoon on the range, uh, and it did occur to me um, after seeing what some of our adversaries were equipped with that although I'm kind of a handgun guy and I want to keep it that way, I need to be able to move and shoot. Um, Ammo choice might be something that I would try to requisition to see if we could go to um, maybe armor piercing rounds, something like that, to deal with maybe the thicker hides of some of the things that we've seen. Not to mention body armor on a couple of people. So that would be something I would ask for.
Yep, you can definitely get armor piercing rounds. Um, I believe you'd already looked up how those work, correct?
Actually, I was looking at something else, but I can look it up.
Okay.
I have it right here.
Damn you, Aunt Puppy, making me pull up things outside of the core book.
Yes. I'm so excited.
You just can't hide it.
I can't. I love weapons.
Jemmy's gonna lose control. They think they like it.
What?
Nothing.
Boomer, once
Oh.
she gets all of her requisitioned weapons, she's just going to basically be training and practicing with them and putting together. And I imagine she also requested a like a red wagon so that she can carry all of her stuff in it.
Yeah, you're not going to get a wagon. Um,
She's trucking a little wagon right behind her.
And your little wet red bag.
All right, what's the damage on that? All right. And yes, you said you're gonna check in with the family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of well, I'm going to Holland Earth. As said, time can be wonky. And, there's, yeah, I mean, this is dangerous. Once again, want to get that last conversation in with them, potentially.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I don't know if mom and dad are on base again, or,
Probably not on base.
yep. Then I'll shoot them a message.
Okay.
Just that, give information. Love you guys. Hope to return safe. If not, no, I care.
Yep. So, and Puppy, you will see that you have been given
A grenade launcher.
a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher.
Oh yeah, rocket launcher.
You have 5 rockets for that. You've been given 3 grenades and been given a flamethrower. So,
Thank you.
enjoy.
Oh, I'm going to.
All right. Well, is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Steal a fire extinguisher off the wall and make it slide in Boomer's gear.
Probably wise.
Rude.
I'm not going to carry it. It's heavy. Good luck.
You're like, that's not for me, bruh.
They make me wear this silly helmet.
They are.
The Mollis is over here just breathing heavy like Darth Mollis.
Darth Maul.
Glasses, I am your monkey.
One thing that sorry, trying to multitask. The first night after you've gotten this assignment before you leave, Tracker, you do have dreams.
Yay, I want to be a big girl when I grow up.
Yeah. So you have dreams where you see women from your island in a temple, a giant temple, singing songs, where there is a very, very large egg, like insectoid egg, in the temple.
That seems fine.
So, no one like speaks to you. You can't really interact with anyone, but you have dreams of this, and you almost feel like you're looking through the eyes of one of the women who's doing all of this work. But you're just kind of a passenger.
Yeah,
So,
but it gives me 2 whole days to hum a nice little ditty that's stuck in my head for some reason. Yeah.
yes, indeed. So, all right. Well, then, if there's nothing else, let's move on to entering the portal.
Dun dun dun.
So you guys will be, flown directly to the site. There is a small encampment just outside of the portal, about 100 yards away, with tents and monitoring gear, and you can see a medical tent and uh, communications equipment. And basically, what they're saying is, we may not be able to communicate with you once you're on the other side, but if you are able to evacuate back through the portal, we should be here and ready to assist you if there's anything that you need.
Thank you.
Did not I like the sound of if. There might have been a different word choice there.
We're
Like,
assuming you'll be able
when.
to, but
Hey, let's be realistic.
We'll
um,
definitely be able to come back. That kind of realistic.
Sure. We'll go with that.
um, cool. Yep. Chris looked up the armor piercing. They have -1 to their damage, but +1 to the penetration value. So do slightly less damage, but can get through tougher armor.
Yeah, I'll just throw equal mags of both on
Okay.
me as the situation dictates.
Sounds good. They will also give you kind of what looks like a charging station with a drone on it.
Hmm.
And they're going to tell you, set this up by the other side of the portal. You should be able to transmit messages to the drone, which could then fly through the portal, and hopefully we can retrieve the data.
Awesome.
Oh,
And if you don't check in with the drone, even if just to say, standby, after 24 hours, it will automatically come back through and give us your last data dump. Um, and depending on what that data dump tells us, we will be ready to try to mount a rescue. So, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else you need?
Your
I
thoughts and
don't think
prayers.
so. Other than, is there a hierarchy of things that we're looking for? I mean, obviously, the who, what, why, where of the portal's existence, but in the time that you spent with taking over the Apex outpost, is there anything else specific to their activity that we should be looking for?
Uh, so when we took over the outpost, they did not have much in the way of records to suggest what they were doing. We didn't think that there were any Apex personnel even still in the area. So the fact that they were in the caves with you took us by surprise.
Us too.
Yeah. I mean, the highest priority, of course, is to know where this portal leads. We are assuming it will lead you to Hollow Earth.
It might not.
It might not. uh, if it does lead to Hollow Earth, then the highest priority will be to try to establish relative location compared to the other landmarks on Hollow Earth that we are already aware of, like Kong's Lair, and the portal that is underneath Tokyo, and so on.
Mhm.
If it does not lead to Hollow Earth, then the first priority is figuring where the fuck you are. Other than that, obviously samples or at least records of any unusual flora, fauna, um, if there's intelligent life. Uh, obviously we know that there are snare hunters on the other side of that portal, but we don't know what else there is. And the main thing that we'd want to stress is, obviously we want you to come back with as much information as you can, but we want you to come back above all else. So you have enough supply, you have food and rations for essentially 2 weeks of exploration and 2 weeks to return. There, we don't we expect you to be back within that time. Anything else?
Doc is ready to go. I'm assuming the landmarks that we have for Hollow Earth, there's like a map that's sent to the MFAD that we can.
Yes, yeah. You will have maps of Hollow Earth loaded up to your MFADs. I believe there's 3 MFADs between the party.
I have one. I know.
Yeah, they'll be.
But I'd rather put a gun in my mouth than do another dish. Next up, the bread.
Just heard.
Sorry, an audio glitch.
Okay. All right. So who's going to be the first one through the portal?
Hell yeah.
Makes sense.
I'll be right behind this time instead of my usual position in the back.
Middle of the pack.
Okay.
Next to Doc in the middle.
Yeah, Boomer will always pull up the rear.
Okay.
The trick is if you're the one in front, no one can see how scared you are because they're looking at your back.
That's true. All right. So, Tracker, you step through the portal. There's an odd resistance as you're pushing through. Like, it's not like stepping through air. It's almost like pushing your way through like Jello. Like it's not sticky, but that level of resistance. It's also incredibly disorienting. There are flashes of light that zip past you as you're going through, including shades of light in hues that you've never seen before. And then when you come through all the way, you will find yourself in what looks like a huge crater. Maybe 150 feet across. On the other side, the atmosphere has a purplish tint. And when you move, you feel lighter. Not so much that you're like in zero gravity, but you definitely feel the pull of gravity less than you did on the other side.
Not quite moon, not quite Earth.
Yeah. You will all have the same kind of experience as you get through. Doc, since I'm assuming you have all of the instruments to
We lost
immediately.
Doc.
Huh?
He
Doc's
passed it.
gone.
He passed out going through the portal.
No.
And I guess for what it's worth, immediately, so there is light here.
There
in
is
this.
light.
Cool.
You actually see 2 suns up in the sky.
Oh, that's a thing.
Which also suggests to you that you're not in Hollow Earth.
The fact there's a sky and celestial bodies, that's cool. And then I guess question 2 is looking for movement in the immediate vicinity, just as we start getting our bearings, try and make sure that we're as safe, quote unquote safe, as we're going to be out here, or if there are other things moving around, at least put a beat on them.
So there's nothing moving in the immediate vicinity. Like I said, the portal is located in the center of a huge crater. The good news is also the portal is still behind you. It's not like you step through it and it's like, oh shit, how do we get back?
Well, fudge.
Out further from the crater, you can see that you are in what you think is the ruins of a city of some sort. The architecture doesn't match anything that you're familiar with, but there are large buildings that appear to have been devastated by something. Further off in the distance, well, from where you're at, really all you can see is city. There do appear to be some mountains well off in the distance, but
sure. Those are architecture: stone and glass, wood, metal.
What's near you at least appears to be a mix of stone and metal. Whether it's actually stone or whether it's some sort of concrete-esque material, you'll have to
investigate a bit further. Yeah. But it seems more modern than ancient.
Yes.
Ancient. Okay.
It seems modern, if not slightly more advanced than most cities on Earth. Maybe comparative to, rebuilt areas in Tokyo. So that level of technology. Hey.
Welcome to Wakanda.
My internet has just been shit this month.
Yeah.
It was fine yesterday. The one day I'm not trying to.
Right. So what you missed was basically you guys are in the ruins of some sort of high-tech city.
Oh.
Your readings, Doc, will tell you that the atmosphere is not the same as Earth's, but is close. Slightly lower oxygen, slightly higher CO2. But based on your readings, you would guess that you could breathe without your suits. Atmospheric pressure is roughly equal to Earth, but gravity is slightly lighter. Not quite, moon level of, doing giant leaps.
Right, you're not bouncing around.
But you do think that you would be able to run or jump higher or faster than you're used to on Earth. You would also see that there is a great deal of background radiation. Not immediately dangerous levels. And as long as you guys take your decontamination tablets every 6 hours or so, you don't think you're exposed to any dangerous levels of radiation, but enough that it definitely makes you think that there was something radioactive that happened here.
Yeah, and we'll have to keep an eye on that if we go into a different part. If it starts to spike up, we get closer, we might be on the very fringe of anything that, like a reactor leak or something, could be on the other side. So
Yep. So I'm going to put you guys on a map.
A map. A map.
Seems dangerous. I'd rather not.
I don't know. What if we
This
instead
map
of a
is
map?
not a combat. What?
What if instead of a map, we change that letter M to an N, and we all get a nap?
Nope, not that page. I don't want you on the token page. There we go.
Just with me, guys. Nap time.
So what you should be seeing on the map is a hex map, basically. Because we are going to handle this via basically doing hex explorations of this alien world.
so
Exploration. Yay.
Yep. From the hex that you are in, you can make out enough of the surroundings to basically see one hex in all directions. You have an option of moving through hexes as quickly as possible or taking time to explore.
Do we all have to do the same thing each time we enter a hex?
Well, that kind of depends on whether or not you all want to stay together or not.
Okay. Like, can Boomer keep moving because she doesn't necessarily want to explore, but like Doc would be able to stay behind and explore that while she moves on?
Doc is not staying behind from the person with all the weapons.
The short answer is no. The long answer is Boomer's getting a leash.
I mean, the short answer is you can definitely separate if you want. Whether or not the rest of the team is okay with that's a whole you issue.
No.
Boomer just really wants to try out the flamethrower.
I
No, I
assure
just
you,
wasn't sure if it
you
was
get
like,
that chance.
yeah, I was just wondering, like, if everyone is in, if the smart people are all kind of in one hex, like, would a small group of people be able to move to the next one to kind of make sure that there's nothing stirring there before?
So each hex is an area of is about 20 miles across.
Oh, okay. So it's not like small okay. Okay, never mind. That will take forever. So yes,
The
we will stay
scale on the
together.
map is different than like the
combat maps. Yes.
maps,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Think of it this way.
That
You
makes
said if
sense.
all the smart people together, you're going, but I want to be over here. That makes you not one of the smart people. Come over here with us.
I'll also point out that Boomer is smart.
She is. She doesn't
Like,
she
yeah, you're good at blowing things up, but so if you just want to move, we can do that. If you want to try to scout out the area, you can do that as well. Scouting out a hex will take roughly 6 hours to at least get an idea of what is present there. But if you just want to cross a hex, you can get across a hex in about an hour, assuming that nothing happens to you while you're on the way. If you want to take time to explore, you can give me either a perception or a survival or a natural science check. Yeah. And I need someone to bounce me 2d6.
I will.
You are way too excited about that.
Oop.
I have bad dice rolls. Surely this can't go bad.
Okay.
Sorry, stream. I
Total.
definitely left the map for was going to show you how to register for a trademark.
Okay.
I hit the wrong button and it jumped us out of the map. My bad, guys.
Of course, the time where I need to roll well and excel. Nat 1. I think I've rolled more Nat 1s in this Monarch game.
Oh, that's sad.
No. Gary, you had to deal with a bad dice roll. I'm so sorry for you. Oh God, that must be impossible to handle. If only.
Did you roll above like a 7 more
Even
than
a 9.
on Tuesday? Yeah, 9, okay.
Still not above a 10. Like
What
you never
direction?
do that.
What was that?
What direction are we going? Are we going toward the ruined city or?
Well, the ruins are on all sides of you from where you're currently.
Okay. Okay.
If
You're feeling good, follow me.
I was gonna say, if Tracker would like, I will allow Tracker to give me a survival check to get a sense of, like, if there are tracks or movement or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough. And I do not get advantage on this roll because we out of the jungle.
We sure are.
23.
23, you say. Okay.
Sorry, Gary. I love you. Mean it.
All good. Somebody's rolling good. I'll take it.
Yep. All right. So, you do, Tracker, you're not going to find any, tracks in the immediate area. What you are going to notice, however, is kind of looking at like the layout of the ruins and whatnot. You kind of feel like there probably, at least at one point, were roads, which would probably lead you to the northeast.
Okay.
At least in terms of a general direction.
I need a compass.
You will, assuming you guys. So I guess the question is: are you guys taking the time to explore, or are you just moving?
Absolutely exploring.
Well, so here's my thought, and you guys can correct me. Well, I guess first is a setting question-ish. The purple ruined buildings, is that the tile, or is it once you explore the tile, it flips over to something else?
That is the tile.
Okay. So my suggestion, if it's up to you, LT, we're going by your rules on it. Let's just blaze past the first hex or first section and explore the next one, because we'll get a better view around of what's around us and see if we can find something other than ruins. Because if we go to the next one, explore, we're going to clear out a couple. If we just blaze through it, get to the one after that, we'll clear a bigger section and we'll do it in chunks until we find something that appears to be more than ruins, possibly.
Sure. I'm down with that. I'll trust you.
Mistake number 1. We did it so early. Cool. So they trust me. So roads are leading northeast.
Mm-hmm.
Danger's always back into the left, so we're going southwest. Through that hex to the next hex after it and exploring that one.
So you want to just kind of make a forced march to the southwest?
Yep. So what is that? The 8 o'clock hex? Through that one. So spend an hour just passing through. And with luck, nothing happens. And then following that same heading to that next hex, we will stop and explore.
Okay. So, following Tracker's lead, you guys will move to the 8 o'clock hex. You're still in the ruins of a city, although you will be able to, from there, you should be able to see that outside the city, there are rocky hills. While you are moving, it doesn't fly directly overhead you, but it's off to the north and it is flying to the northeast. Some sort of aircraft.
Oh,
Yeah. Just take out the MFAD and record it and kind of nudge glasses.
Yeah, I'm taking pictures of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so the I won't even ask or require a skill roll. It does not match anything that any vehicle that you have ever seen before. Although in scale, you would say it is larger than a fighter jet, but maybe not quite as large as a regular passenger jumbo jet.
Hey Doc, can you zoom in on that video and see if there's any markings on it?
Yeah, so whatever the MFAD can do, she would have tried to zoom in with it with
Yeah, it's
filming,
pretty
but
high up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does Boomer notice anything interesting mechanical wise of it?
It does seem to be, based on the exhaust trail, you're guessing that it is jet powered. So it's not some sort of
Like alternative fuel source or
I mean, it might be an alternative fuel, but it is at least within shooting distance of your technology on Earth. It doesn't seem to be flying like through repulsor lift or anti-gravity or anything like that.
shooting distance, you say?
Shooting distance meaning close enough, not as in you could shoot at it from where you're at.
Oh, okay.
you could shoot at it, you just wouldn't
I
hit
mean,
it.
yes,
Just say
you can shoot at it, you won't hit.
I'm gonna get that jet. That's a flamethrower. I'm gonna get it.
I know, it's like I just look like the drunk uncle from the south in a backyard, like I'm gonna hit that plane.
It's an Amazon drone, Uncle Joe. Stop.
But if you're just continuing to move, then you will see that the ruins start to thin out as you are approaching the mountains and hills. You get the sense that you're less in a city area now and maybe more of a residential neighborhood. Background radiation is slightly lower as you move away from the crater. Otherwise, environmental conditions seem to be essentially the same.
Oh,
You will
oh, go ahead.
notice. Go ahead. Sorry, what?
Glasses, do you shoot like with real film or do you use like a digital camera?
Bullets.
um
I didn't know if
primarily
like, old
digital,
school.
but I have both.
Okay. Just making sure that like if you take digital photos of the plane that we're getting all of that information back to the drone.
Yeah.
Okay. Tracker, you will notice again while you're moving that the destroyed buildings, you can see your guess is that most of these buildings were destroyed by some sort of massive concussive and or intense heat source. Um,
It doesn't
like I
like
said,
you said the radiation was less out here.
yep.
Are some of the buildings here still standing, or is it just rubble?
I mean, there's parts of walls that are still standing.
And you said it was residential.
That's the impression you get. They're, buildings are now less tall, more clustered. They seem more like homes than, like offices or workplaces.
All right. Can we look around a bit?
You certainly can. I mean, I know the plan was to just
Yeah.
move through, but you can
Yeah,
stop.
I'm asking, like, Lieutenant, like, can we stop?
Sure.
Um, go to one of the ones that, like, there's still a wall or two up.
Mhm.
One of the ones that look the least rubblish, so it's
Okay.
easy to try to go through.
Okay.
Looking for any type of really any physical items. Like, I will even look for like coffee mugs,
Sure.
like clues that like the people who live here have hands with 5 fingers.
Mhm.
Personal effects. Are there photos of people? Like anything that might give us a clue to the inhabitants here.
Yeah. So yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to need uh
Investigation?
yeah, probably investigation. Um I'm also going to need somebody else to bounce me 2d6.
I'll do it again.
That's what
Ooh,
we like to see.
yeah.
Bouncing back from the one.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened the first time I bounced 2d6, so
All right. So, Doc, looking through, taking time, um, you can see that based on what you're finding, um, the residents of this home are at least similarly sized to humans. Um, Everything, appears to be heavily damaged. Anything that looks like it might have been paper has been reduced to ash. Um, but what you are able to make out is like you go through one room and you're like, I'm pretty sure this was a bedroom. Um, there's a place that has like the kind of counters and melted and destroyed machinery that you guess might be appliances. Um, there is a room that has what looks like a toilet. Um, I mean, again, none of it follows exactly Earth patterns, but it seems to be pretty analogous to it.
Okay.
Um, what is everyone else doing while Doc is investigating?
um
Trying to. Oh, I was just going to be cheeky and say trying to figure out how to use the 3 seashells. I'm watching for movement again and tracks just to see if further out there is signs of activity about or movement here. We're going to assume not, we're going to hope for not, and then we're going to find out not is not and not be happy about it. But that's my plan.
All right, give me a survival check.
Come on, that one.
Not roll low.
21.
Okay. So while Doc is going through the home, you hear some movement through the rubble. Not directly by you, maybe half a block away. And with that roll, I will say that you are able to identify the sounds, such that you think that it's a group of snare hunters. The
Yeah.
fort.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
I meant to ask this earlier. Would we have been able to get more pheromone spray?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Because we knew snare hunters would probably be in here.
Right.
If we're told about that, can we apply it? I'm assuming Tracker will tell us.
Aha, second mistake. No, absolutely. Just Tracker will reach for the radio, then realize she's got the dang helmet on and grumble about it to herself. And go, like, poke at it till it finds the right button. Hey, there's snare. Tracker, mind you, doesn't know why she's whispering because, we're fine, but still going to whisper like it's what's going to help. Hey, I found more snare hunters and they're kind of close. They're like a block away. Don't make a lot of noise.
Thank you. Let's apply our pheromone spray.
Spray. Spray.
Okay.
I don't think it puts matter glasses. It's not deodorant.
Boomer, Glasses, what are you guys doing?
Boomer is kind of just posting up in positions that seem like they are easy targets. So just kind of perimeter searching, making sure that she doesn't see anything in the sky or in any of the area around her. I know she doesn't have like enhanced survivor skills, so she wouldn't have probably heard the snare hunters, but she'll be kind of looking for like immediate dangers if she sees like any sort of like electrical stuff that might be pulsing that could be dangerous. Just making sure that the nerds are okay, essentially.
Acting like you aren't a nerd.
It's a different kind of nerd. I'm a cool nerd.
All right. And Glasses, what are you doing?
Glasses is a little nervous. This seems like a war-torn area that maybe I've photographed some similar aftermath type photos. So I'm going to stay kind of close to Doc with him as intent and focused on the minute. I'm kind of trying to just kind of keep an overwatch around him so that nothing sneaks up behind him. So I'm kind of looking up, looking around, not necessarily investigating for anything, just trying to see, hear, smell, and just kind of try to protect him while he does his investigation.
Never actually said what I was doing, I realized.
You didn't.
I'm busy, I'm kind of close to Doc and two. Basically getting the documentation down of report back what we're finding in words.
Okay.
Since that's part of my job.
Glasses and Lieutenant.
Yes.
Both of you give me just a straight intelligence check with advantage.
Okay. So I'm not that intelligent. With advantage, you said?
With advantage.
Hey. Thank you,
What,
advantage. You covered up my nat 1.
what did we get?
19?
Glasses?
18.
Okay. So as you're, looking around, as you're trying to, capture everything that Doc is noticing and recording and all of that, you both kind of at the same time have an uncomfortable realization of what about all of this feels familiar.
So I say, is this reminding me of World War II?
This is very much reminding you of the photographs that you've seen from Hiroshima or Nagasaki
Okay.
in terms of the type of devastation and what is left behind.
I was gonna
And
be like, am I right with my gut assumption here, or
you are.
let's go.
The thing that would make you second guess that is the background radiation is way too low unless this happened a long time ago, like hundreds of years ago.
Cool.
They did surely blow up the second sun after World War II, so we're still tracking.
Yeah. Doc, give me a natural science check.
All right, I can do that.
Well, wait. I'm assuming. Do Glasses or Lieutenant? Do you guys share that
Oh
information?
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's just probably there's a moment of the look between Glasses and Lieutenant of like, doesn't this remind you of?
And did you say with advantage?
No,
Okay.
not for this one.
24.
You're fine.
When they tell you that, you remember. Desmond, that's a lovely hypothesis.
Desmond's hypothesis.
Or Godzilla went on a jog around here and was wheezing out atomic breath. It's actually exactly the opposite. You remember that Titans are attracted to radioactive substances and radioactive material.
Right.
If there was a reactor meltdown or a bomb that went off here,
There would
if
be.
if a Titan basically came and ate it, that would explain why the radiation is way lower than it should be.
Titan went, ooh, snack.
Gonna pull out the MFAD and look for that Titan signal.
I'll document that into our reports too and send back to the drone.
Okay. No.
Nope.
There's no sign of it, at least in the immediate vicinity.
Okay.
The MFAT is not strong enough to pick
Right.
up, if it's, more than 100 miles away, it's going to be out of range. But
the city's at least, 40, 60.
But if he's 100 miles away, he's not immediately adjacent and any tiles, and that's good.
Yes.
true.
So I don't think we have to worry about a Titan in our immediate future, but I think whatever happened here, a Titan might have come through,
Yeah.
dealt with the radiation for us, and possibly moved on.
But the question is, how did this happen here? If this is supposed to be Hollow Earth, why is it a almost not perfect, but a similar recreation to what happened in World War II?
Well, just guessing, but that portal isn't the source of the radiation, so maybe it's a symptom of whatever happened. So when Titan came through, gobbled up radiation, stuff exploded, and portal ripped open. Just a guess, but the portal's not causing the radiation, but that's right
Oh.
now the best source, or at least the most potent
Hey, Deuce,
focal point. What?
give yourself a point of inspiration.
I don't want it. I would rather be wrong. We're just completely wrong.
I'm not saying you're right, but I am saying that is a very, very good hypothesis.
I'm not against it. It just makes me then still wonder, how did such a similar type of radiation happen here?
I mean, it's a very potent energy source. An advanced civilization would harness it, or could harness it, or maybe did.
So I know that you said pretty much everything paper has turned to ash
Hmm.
at this point with this level of devastation.
Yep.
Is there anything metallic? I know, like you said, a lot of the appliances are destroyed and melted. At this point, I want to look for something that would have survived, so something metal,
Okay.
so that's etched with some form of language. That's my next step. Is I want to see some type of
Yeah.
holes or
Um, I'll get right back to you. Boomer,
Yeah.
you are going to notice something as I'm assuming you're outside of the domicile.
Yeah, so she wouldn't have gone inside. She would have kind of been just going around the outside, just making sure that they're safe and that she's not really noticing any sort of exterior things that could potentially harm what is happening inside.
Sure. So you will see overhead a group of maybe they're flying fairly quickly, so you can't quite get a accurate count, but somewhere between 7 and 9 um, leathery looking creatures. Not exactly like pterodactyls, but that's probably the closest description you would have to them.
Fuck yeah, I love pterodactyls.
Cool.
It's my favorite
Um,
dinosaur. No, it's not.
they don't look healthy.
You said though that they're flying.
Yep.
Are they flying low enough for me to see like specific details of them, or is it just kind of like the
Give me a
plane, like
perception
I
check.
can see general? You said perception?
Uh-huh.
Yikes.
I love that sound.
Yeah, I got a -1 in perception.
Oh my god.
Hey, there's a plan every day.
Yeah, oh my god, 19.
Did I roll? Did it roll? Did I hit the button? I hit the button.
Make sure to pick normal and not
Oh
disadvantage or
yeah. Oh
advantage.
shit.
I got you.
I'm like, where did that screen pop up at?
Doing it all the time with this.
I'm just proud of you for not going, can I shoot them? You went, can I look at them first? I'm here for that.
Well, I mean, if they're like already dying, I'm not gonna kill them. That's not fun.
Wrong
It's
answer.
not sporting enough. That's your reason for not
Yeah.
shooting.
That's what I
Yeah.
was just thinking.
It's not very sportsmanlike. How do I keep
Uh,
losing my character sheet? And I got a 6, so I don't see shit.
I'm sorry, Aunt Puppy. I took a bite out of your character sheet. It looked really tasty.
Well, it's like I keep trying to minimize it, and somehow I just keep closing it, and I'm like, son of a bitch. Oh, I know why it's closing. I figured it out. I'm an idiot.
Why?
Because
It's
the X
because
is different from the minus sign.
no, because I have to have two windows open so that I can open the character sheet and not keep opening everything on the stream camera. And because of that, I keep closing the other thing that I have open, not realizing that I'm just reopening the same thing over and over and over again, like a jackass. Ugh.
I've just shared something in everyone's journal.
Pew pew pew
I want
pew.
it.
Pew pew pew.
Oh yeah, they have. I don't care how close they are to dying. That you feel free. You just do whatever you want to do there, Boomer.
Hey, so I said I liked pterodactyls. Those aren't pterodactyls.
Those are
I said that was the
those are pterodactyls.
I said that was the closest
Terri-
description to it.
Terrifying. I think is
Yeah.
the word you're looking for. Terrifying.
Is
Yeah.
that like a
that,
saw
that
for a
nose.
nose?
Yeah, look at the schnoz on that guy.
Yeah.
To be fair, he looks kind of happy. Like he's like,
Oh, out here
Well,
beaking it up.
I mean, that's a healthy one.
That's a healthy one.
Yeah.
So
We get a
Boomer,
sickly little brother.
Yeah, Boomer will kind of
Nope.
radio and be like, "Hey guys,
Yeah.
anyone know anything about uh demon pterodactyls?
Fucking what?
Um, a demodactyls? I don't know what these things are.
I'm gonna need you to give me a lot more information than demon pterodactyl, or my only response is gonna be shoot it dead.
I don't go to church. I don't know what you're talking about.
um, uh, maybe Doc, you want to come out and have a look see?
We'll be right out.
They're flying. They're in the air. They're not on the ground. So like
Shoot it dead.
I mean,
No,
didn't
don't. I'll be
Tracker?
right out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't Tracker just say that we've got some of those ants? I don't want to bring everything. I'm not putting my milkshake out to bring all the boys to the yard.
Correct. The first question is, are they flying towards you or flying overhead? They're not flying towards you. Let's just let them keep flying away.
Well, I didn't
Uh,
see shit.
So, Boomer, while you are watching them, you do see them dive down. Not like I said, they're not directly overhead.
Right.
They're not too far away, but they seem to dive down. And when they do, you will see when they come back up, uh, three of them are now carrying snare hunter foragers, which are hanging limply from their claws.
So
So
so the
so not like
demodactyls.
not like skewered on their nose screws or whatever the heck those uniforms. Like that's what like the
Yeah.
people out picking up trash alongside the road. Like
Oh, the demon
Yes,
dactyls
please.
and little orange vests would be so adorable.
Shish kebabs for dinner.
they're flying around with snare kebabs. Yes. That's actually what I was kind of visualizing in just a
Oh.
horrific
No,
way
they do
to
not
make
have the snare hunters impaled on their saw
yeah.
noses.
Okay.
They are holding them in their claws.
So it seems like they're fishing for the snare hunters, and they seem to be pretty damn good at it. Um,
Cool, they're doing the Lord's work.
Okay, leave them be then.
I think they're missing a heck of an opportunity with their saw noses, but whatever.
Let's not encourage them.
What was that?
More deadly.
Hmm?
Let's not encourage them to become more deadly.
so do they seem like they're coming towards us, or they just kind of seem to be flying around?
So after you see them, swoop down, they actually alight onto the remains of a building, probably a quarter mile to the north from you. You would guess that they're probably just, sitting down to have a snack.
Okay. So
So,
they seem to be towards the
So
north of us, and just kind of seem to be chomping on these guys. So like maybe we don't head north.
no,
Yeah, cool.
Glasses, can you get a photo from here of a long range, long range lens?
yeah, already on it. Hey,
Thanks. And then let's just leave them be. Document that they eat snare hunters. That's information on predators in here, but I see no reason to go pick a fight.
didn't work well for the snare hunters.
Nope. And given that we smell like them, I don't want to get too close.
Oh shit, we do. Forgot about that.
I mean, the snare hunters didn't pick a fight.
No.
These things just kind of looked at the snare hunters walking around and said, lunch.
That's great. So they're basically just doing what we're doing and just being snare hunters. That's awesome.
Yeah. Say with the photo, I'll let anyone who has experience with Skull Island or Hollow Earth, give me a natural science check.
Do I count as that?
Yeah,
Hey.
you certainly have the ability to at least look it up.
Okay.
These do not count as a super species, though, do they?
In fact, they do.
Nope.
Because I have the power of myth.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to use that.
Okay.
DC 10 intelligence.
Guys, we're all
Social
rolling
science.
beautifully.
Yeah, you guys are rolling garbage.
No, I didn't need to be called out for the fact that I can't roll above a 10.
It's not my area of specialty. I'm just rolling dice to make it go clickety clackety, but they're virtual, so I don't even get that.
Yep.
But for those watching, if you do want clickety clackety dice, visit Norse Foundry for some awesome dice. Use code USP Norse, save yourself 10%. It's awesome. Shameless plug, snuck it in there. Pow. Dice are pretty sweet.
They are pretty sweet. Yeah. So Doc, I know it's power of myth, but I'm gonna actually go beyond that. You're distinctly familiar with these creatures. They are native to Skull Island, and in fact are more or less ubiquitous in Skull Island. They're a weird mix of flora and fauna, because they both draw sustenance from predation and through photosynthesis. During the day, they mostly circle the skies, absorbing sunlight and keeping an eye out for prey. They're not especially large. They're about person-sized, but in a large enough numbers when they flock, they can easily overwhelm very dangerous foes. They use their rostrum to attack, but if they want to carry away food, they would do it with their claws. They also, there is a poisonous waxy secretion that oozes from their skin, which has strong hallucinogenic properties. At night, the iwi of Skull Island hunt them because they roost in large numbers. The iwi hunt them and collect the wax, which they use either for medicine or ritual intoxicants. And if you've seen Skull Island, you've seen them flying all over the place.
I don't like the fact that they're person-sized.
I will definitely convey all of that information, especially the poison, waxy, hallucinogen that they secrete.
But hey,
So,
we can get drugs in here.
PCP pterodactyls got it.
They're commonly called leaf wings, although their cryptozoological classification is Icarus folium.
Icarus, so
Mhm.
fun.
So there you go.
I don't like them. I don't like that they're here.
Flying around looking for food. I mean, they look like crap.
I mean, it's just the fact that it's another Skull Island thing, another species that we find on Skull Island that is here in a very well radiated area when Skull Island wasn't too radiated, if I recall correctly.
Correct.
Maybe there's
It's
more than one
unnatural.
portal. That sounds terrifying.
Well, if it's any consolation, Doc she's 5'5". I don't know how tall everyone else is, but I'm assuming that most people are taller than her. If it's any consolation, I'm probably the only one that they'll be able to carry off.
I mean, one of them, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not, but thank you.
I think at this point, with all of her equipment, I think Boomer just is not worth it. She weighs too much.
Iron rich diet.
And she says that absolutely not joking, just matter of factly. It carried me off.
The response is, it's not, but thank you. No. As said, I think we leave them alone
Sure.
and try to avoid them, if anything.
Okay, and yeah, also with what you're able to get from glasses zooming in with his lens, you see sores on them, and they definitely seem to be malnourished, like super skinny.
Oh, if I
And
have to bet, I don't think this is doing anything good for them, the radiation.
No, we're walking food. We're like a golden corral on feet.
Yeah.
Doc, do you find any signs of language?
So Doc does in fact find something interesting, and I will tell you all about it after our break.
Of course.
see you guys in a bit. Hopefully.
Don't lick any leafodactyls.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us through our break. We are still the Untold Stories Project. This is still Monarch, He Who Fights Monsters. And we still have a group of Monarch explorers who have gone through a portal to some alien landscape and are in a wrecked out house close to what they think was ground zero for some sort of nuclear event. Having just watched some leaf wings eat some snare hunters, and Doc was trying to figure out what she could figure out from this domicile, and had just come across. So you found, while they were all looking at, the critters outside, you find it was kind of covered in soot and blast marks, but it's a door leading down, like into a basement or cellar of some sort.
Okay.
Do not go down there alone. We watched the horror movies as a team bonding one night. You are not that dumb.
Isn't she?
Doc will
Go down there alone.
check the door
Uh-huh.
if it's locked or like what.
No, I mean, it's like a door in your house
It's a
to
basement.
a room, to the basement.
Open it.
You see a darkened area and stairs that seem to go down.
Shotgun.
Roll initiative.
The stairs are made of metal of some sort.
Stairs are made of stairs.
Metal stairs seems stupid.
Also seems kind of
I will,
sus.
I will crack a glow rod and toss it down the steps.
Okay. You see,
Nothing.
honestly, if you had to describe it, you'd say it was a library. Like a person's, like a family's private library. Like there's some comfortable chairs and couches and shelves that are covered in, not covered, but have lots and lots of, honestly, what look like books.
This is a dog trap.
Ooh, books. I was just about to say, ooh, books. Shut the door before I'm tempted. Everybody.
What's up, Doc?
How long have you been waiting to say that, Jemmy?
About as long as
What?
as long as Deuce has been wanting to say "Okay, Boomer" to me.
Wait, what did you say, Dad?
I said have an inspiration.
No! Look, I've been waiting, and I was like, I can't do it too early. So every time it's like, yeah, what do you need, Doc? You good over there? But I was just, gotta wait.
Now you can roll 2 ones.
No, I can roll 2 ones. I think it's funny that also I always seem to be eating something when Lieutenant needs to check in on people. Like, Lieutenant, where the fuck did you get pie? Don't worry about it.
Everybody, there's a library. It may or may not be haunted or have creatures in it.
Let's go. Come on, gang. Do Glasses or Boomer, do one of you want to stay outside just to keep an eye on things?
Boomer will stay at the top of the stairs where the doorway is.
Alright.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks.
This is one time where Doc will go down the stairs first.
Okay.
And she'll pick up the glow stick where it dropped.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, being underground, it seems like this room escaped the devastation that happened above. And again, the shape of the furniture, the architecture is all different enough that you're like, this is not from Earth, but it looks like a finished basement with where someone's reading room was.
Thank you for putting your library in the basement. Now, how do I put my butt in that chair?
I don't
Don't.
know. It looks like it has terrible lumbar support.
Go over to a shelf. And,
It looks like it would fit a person very comfortably.
I'm gonna just grab a book and look in it.
It is a book that is
It does book
Language.
full
things.
of text that you do not understand.
Cool. But does it look like, I guess, do the symbols look enough like languages I've seen in passing, even that I don't know? Or does it look completely different?
yeah, we took on like Cyrillic. Or are we
Like, does it
talking
look
like
like hieroglyphs? Does it look
bird,
like some of like the Arabic texts that
bird,
make
square,
no sense
circle?
to me, but I know are still language? Or does it look like hiragana? Does it?
Right. Give me a second.
There are many different lexicons that I don't know, but I still go, yeah, that's a language that is
Yep.
on Earth.
What languages does Lieutenant speak?
Japanese and English.
Okay. And I have Portuguese, English, and Sumerian. But we've seen like Cyrillic writing, even if we don't understand
Even
it.
though
So
I don't know many languages, I can still go, yeah, I know I've seen people still use that. I
yeah,
exist on the internet.
Sure.
exactly. Yeah.
I would say anyone looking at the text can give me a social sciences or intelligence check.
The other reason I was looking once again is because it looks a lot like, the fall of Hiroshima, and I'm Japanese.
Right.
So, like, there's a 90% chance it's just that.
Half Japanese, but yes.
Half Japanese, yes.
All right. 25.
I can't roll off 8.
Glass has got a 5.
Books.
It is indeed a book.
Good job.
You're over there looking at Alien Penthouse, but not for the articles.
But even the book itself would be interesting.
Mhm.
Because does it open like a book, or does it open like a book?
Well, like, is it
Um,
Japanese? Does it look like it's written backwards?
Right.
It opens more like a drawing pad. Like the binding is on the top,
Right.
and it
Okay. And you flip page. Okay. That's see, even little stuff like that would pique Doc's interest.
um so uh Lieutenant, it does not look like any language that you've ever encountered or even, seen in passing.
Yeah, yeah.
But it does, like, you can see enough repetitions of characters.
Oh, yeah, it's
Um,
a language.
it is definitely a language. It's just not one
Yeah.
that you are at all familiar with.
If it's an Earth language, it's one long forgotten.
Right. Um, Doc, with your 25, you would guess that you might be able to start to, like, if you were to scan it into the MFAD and run some algorithms, it might be able to start at least constructing the alphabet
So if we
of
get a
this
few more
language.
versions of it, we can start to try to figure out at least some words.
Right, you've got
A whole library.
books. Um,
Could I run
yeah,
a
there's about
Hey, why were you rolling that?
that's how many books are
Okay,
findable in the library.
thanks. I was like, hey, what was that for?
So,
Yeah, there's about 29 different books.
so I'm gonna start just on the first one that we got. I'm gonna start scanning some of the pages. I will switch over to another book just to get a little more variance.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm gonna tuck a few books into my bag because I am not that overpacked.
I'm definitely gonna take a couple books, but
Yeah.
it's just me, Lieutenant, and Glasses in the rooms. Tracker here too.
Yep.
Hey, everybody, just leaf through every single book here for illustrations.
Yep, on it.
You you hear from the top of the stairs, Boomer says, I think I can make one of my little guys here. I think I can make it scan the books and potentially work out coding.
That your little guy's a flamethrower. You're obviously drunk, Boomer.
No, not the flamethrower. Ooh,
No, she's got an app for that.
I've got an app for
Yeah.
that. I can take any technical device and work my little rat hand and turn it into something else.
Yeah, I will go ahead and don't get too distracted, Boomer, but I'll take her a couple books up so she can start working on them.
Oh, you're good. I'll just
To make
tag
it
her in.
past her.
So I'll let Boomer come down and I'll go up front and keep watch. It's fine. I'm not as really we are just looking for pictures, so it's me and the monkey both going I don't know what this says. So Boomer can take my
Boomer,
spot and I'll take a look out.
I was gonna say Boomer will leave her big gun sitting up there with you,
What am I
knowing.
supposed to do with that?
So yeah, I was gonna say knowing full well you don't know how to use it, so she will leave the safety on just in case.
So I'm gonna tell you when you come back up. Whatever tell me what gun it is first. This is curiosity for me.
It's my big my giant Gatling gun, my big boom gun. Like
All right.
she's put the tripod down because she's not carrying it, so she put the tripod down and kind of has it sitting there mounted on the ground for you.
So
It's on her character art.
I'm
Yeah.
officially taking myself out of any interaction with that because when you come up to check on us,
Oh
Mamas is
no.
going to have the gun.
Oh,
Mamas
that's
is,
what I was
and just
thinking.
like Tracker's just kind of giggling to herself as Moss going and just pretending. You hear the monkey go as he's wiggling this thing around with the safety on. You know, obviously having the time of his life, pretending to be Boomer.
He just looks
Happy
like
monkey, happy king.
Curious George running around.
Yeah.
Oh God. That's horrible.
Happy
You're
monkey, happy king.
welcome.
Yeah. And
Uh,
granted, when you see us, we both look like we're caught doing like your hand in the cookie jar, like, oh, Boomer's back.
Malice just puts it down and points at you.
Yeah. And we both look at each other. It's like, nope, nope.
so, all right.
Glasses wants to take a different tack down here if he can.
Okay. Sure.
Um, so I'm taking kind of pictures of the room. I'm thinking um, more cultural than technical. So, are there lights? Are they filament? Are they LED? Is this with my photography background? I'm thinking lighting might be something that I'd recognize the different types of, and so I'm looking for closet space, and are there switches? Are there motion sensors? Things like that.
Sure. I mean, obviously, there's no power, so you can't turn any of the lights on.
Sure.
But yeah, there are recognizably switches for the lights. The light bulbs, you don't see a filament inside them, but they are light bulbs, so they're probably an LED of some sort.
Unscrew one. Take it with us.
Sure, absolutely.
Lieutenant's just kind of ping-ponging between I know my groups have different expertises, so whatever one of them's like, oh, I think this could be I don't know quite what's going on, but I think this. It's just all right, grab it.
So who's flipping through the books then?
I'm flipping. I have an ear out for others.
Sure. As you start flipping, or even just covers of books, you will see some illustrations that give you an idea of maybe what the city might have looked like before it was destroyed.
Does it look like Hiroshima?
No.
Okay.
And you eventually find images of people.
Oh yeah.
They look like people.
All right. That definitely comes with us then. That's one of those books that is definitely being taken back.
Yep.
The people look like people.
Like from the illustration, humanoid in size and shape, looks like they have 5 fingers on each hand, 2 eyes, nose, mouth, ears.
Head and shoulders, knees and toes.
Knees and toes.
They don't seem to have hair though.
Okay. No hair.
Can
I guess the
relate.
question is looking at with that. I know it's gonna be hard to get this part, but so the answer can totally be you can't tell. But I guess with dwellings of anything around to scale, do they look like they have the same average as us, or are they naturally taller? Are they naturally shorter?
Sure. Well, I mean, and also, from the room that you're in, the building,
Yeah.
um, you would guess that, they're, yeah, probably pretty close to humans in size. The furniture doesn't seem to either be significantly too large or significantly too small.
Mhm.
The ceiling down here is about maybe 9 feet.
Mhm.
Um, so, high enough that it's comfortable, that you're not like worrying about bumping your head, but not so high that you're like, oh my God, that's such a high ceiling.
Okay.
Okay. So
Sorry, I just saw Deuce's comment in the chat.
Which is, oh my god, what?
I was trying not to derail the conversation, but it did it. He said we're in a strange, devastated land. It looks almost inhabitable. Command comms us back. We tracked you guys to New Jersey.
Jersey. Ugh.
so with as close as they are to humans,
Mhm.
there's variants on furniture and how the bathroom is structured and things like that. It's obviously not like they have 4 arms, so things have to be different. This is almost more of a style, or like if I were to pose like, hey, what would furniture be like in 300 years? Well, that's maybe something someone would come up with.
It's a cultural difference, not a biological difference. Like
Right.
maybe the tank on the toilet still hangs on the walls with a chain, not on the back of the commode itself.
Right. Yeah. Like basically the best way I could describe it is everything seems like it is designed for a species very much like humanity to use, that was just developed in a completely different environment
Us.
Right.
than your Earth. So, but yeah, I mean, everything seems like it would be appropriate for people to use.
That's cool. That makes Doc all warm and fuzzy inside for some reason. She's digging it.
So, so yes, there's plenty that you guys can, take samples of books of, evidence of these, I guess people.
But we also need um, stuff like soil samples and take a chip of the building, like what's the
Mhm.
building made out of? Stuff like that too.
Yep.
Yep. Just grabbing what we can.
So one thing I'll tell you is from using your MFAD to scan, um, you are finding some materials that are oh, this is steel, this is aluminum. Uh, Most of the compounds, like anything that is man-made, um, is of a different chemical structure than anything that you have on Earth. It's not drywall, it's not concrete, but it's similar.
Right.
Um, but again, like anything, if you look at on an elemental, periodic table of the elements thing, level, you are finding, it still follows, the natural laws of the universe as far as you're aware. You're not finding, unobtainium or anything.
Interesting.
Is there any transparent aluminum around?
No. Um, you do, down in the library, also, as you're looking around, you will see something that looks like a screen of some sort. Um, maybe a TV, maybe a communication device, but it looks very much like an LED computer monitor or television.
Grab that too. Or not grab it, but scan it, get what we can off of it.
I was going to say, it's a little big to carry.
Maybe we could.
Um,
I think that's quitter talk to say we couldn't carry it.
I mean, if only they'd have given me that red wagon.
Boomer, do you maybe want to take it apart, and if there's anything interesting on the inside, take a couple pieces of it with us?
Is it a computer or more TV like, I guess is the question.
Yeah, I guess like, is there?
Like, is there like a mainframe, a data chip?
Yeah, so this seems to just be a screen that would have gotten input from something else.
Okay.
So it might have been a computer monitor, but it's not. It
The
doesn't seem
computer.
a computer processor, or
Okay.
there's no obvious input device.
Yeah, I mean,
Good ask.
yeah, definitely like look around just to confirm, like, but not necessarily looking for like a keyboard and mouse, but like, hey, maybe there's something you put on your head and you beam it right to it, So
Right.
anything that in the realm of even science fiction that they would be familiar with.
Do you want me to do a tech check?
I'll allow a computers or a mechanics check.
I'm going to do a mechanics check because that's higher. Normally. Oh, mother. How about a 16?
You will find something that it almost resembles like those bracelets that have ring attachments.
Yeah.
It almost looks like that, although it's more rigid. It's not, it's not like a chain. It's more like a structure that seems to have some sort of electronics inside of it.
Before we take it apart completely.
Boomer
Uh-huh.
will pause as she is about to pop it open.
Like, before we take it apart fully and risk not being able to put it back, I want to see if we can get it to work normally. I'm not saying you couldn't, Boomer. I'm saying that in the off chance.
Well, I mean, we have time,
Yeah.
so it's not like we need to rush. So
Like I
Exactly.
said, at this point, you guys have been through the portal for about 6 hours. Um,
And
it
time is a
seems
flat circle.
starting to get dark outside.
Honestly, if we need to camp for the night, here's a good spot.
at this point, Doc is well and full ready to stay like the full 2 weeks.
Yeah, Boomer will pull out her phone and kind of just check its charge levels. She'll pull out a battery pack that she has to help charge her device, and she'll just start plugging shit in. I'm assuming
Yeah, I
that's
just want to see if I can get this thing to charge to turn on anything.
Let me see. I might have a plan. that might help.
Yeah, because clearly none of us can roll for shit.
Partially why I was like, let's not take it apart yet.
I can do great rolling, just not on that stuff. Not nerd stuff.
Not that kind of nerd
This is
stuff.
cool. This is cool nerd stuff. As
Try
she
gym
hears,
class, it's cooler.
as she hears
Promise,
her
don't pull the
gun
trigger.
being, yeah, as she hears her gun clanking around up there.
Click, click, click.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend a genius point to
Uh-huh.
activate here's what could happen.
Okay.
And you can activate this as a reaction before you or an ally is about to do something that you feel has some potential result in a dangerous or negative outcome.
Okay.
Has two effects. Firstly, the GM must truthfully warn you about one potential negative outcome, consequence, or plan of or action. The outcome need not be guaranteed, but should be something realistically possible.
Like being electrocuted.
Right. Or if you do this, it's going to melt the machine.
Or
So
send like some wave that might alert things or
uh, you're welcome to add your own warnings and predictions after the GM has offered theirs. Secondly, you can choose yourself or an ally that's undertaking the action will be somewhat protected by being forewarned of the possible danger. The chosen hero can use any one of the following benefits once during the course of the activity. Reroll a failed ability check, gain advantage on ability check, reduce damage taken. With my level 5, each target can gain up to 2 benefits.
Okay. So what is it that you're trying to figure out of the like in terms of like messing around with the device?
turning it on.
Yeah. If Boomer's gonna like attach our power source to it, like, hey, the voltage is way off and it's gonna fry you and everyone in the room. Kind of, you know. We don't want to destroy the machine by trying to power it up, and we obviously don't want Boomer to take a bunch of volts.
Right. So you don't think there is any possibility of something dangerous happening? Perhaps if you tried to charge this device, it could because it seems like there doesn't appear to be like a port to plug this into. Um, but you can find what you would guess was a battery pack.
Mhm.
You could theoretically overload the battery, but that would, even if it did explode, it would be it'd be on such a small scale, it wouldn't be dangerous. It would just ruin it.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out how to not just directly tell you, but
Right, yeah, that's some of these plans, it's so broad, like the
yeah.
GM has to tell you something.
Okay. The best way I can describe it is anything that you would do with this is going to be as dangerous or as effective as if you picked up the remote control for a television that wasn't plugged in.
Okay.
I mean, you could still drop that on your toe and break a toe. So there's still danger.
I guess, yes. Although you're also all wearing, armored
That's
environmental
true.
suits.
That's true.
So it's probably also not worth trying to turn on them.
I mean, essentially, Doc's idea of, maybe it's like, maybe the controls aren't a keyboard or a mouse, but, something more biometric. You
Or
would guess
touchscreen.
that, kind of like you put this thing on and you could then use your fingers to manipulate the controls of,
And
But there's just zero chance of getting it.
Well, I mean, we could probably get it working, but we don't have what it attaches to working, so.
Yeah.
Right. Because, again, obviously there's no power going to this house anymore.
Yeah, so no use.
And if you got it working and if you got it powered up, they still require a signal coming to it, which there may or may not be.
Yeah.
Right.
But could
That's
just
where
back
my
once again
brain was
as
going.
signs of whatever they lived like.
What was that, Chris?
Well, I was thinking, I think along the lines of Deuce, in that if we could even find out if this thing receives or sends a signal, if it receives a signal, then having, if we could duplicate the frequency, that might allow, if not contact with, because obviously even if we could hear, we couldn't communicate, but something that we could track along, follow back, collect data, collect language. But we would need that receiving frequency if in fact, because if it's like a monitor and everything is self-contained, then that's pointless. But if it's more like a television, if it's a receiver of signal, that might be very valuable, even if we could just power it for a short amount of time.
Sure. So with your investigation, you'll basically see that there is a cord coming from the monitor like thing that goes into the wall. So imagine, if you will, that you are in somebody's finished basement and they have their house wired for cable. So this is the TV that's down in the basement, but the cable box, where the signal comes in, was probably up on the surface.
It's going to be trashed.
Yeah. Yep. So you could power it on, but yeah, you could probably jury rig some sort of power source to it, but all you would get is a blank monitor. Actually,
please tell me it's just a blue flashing screen with the number 12 that just keeps flashing in the corner.
Actually, if you manage to, if you spend time on this, and I'm guessing you are camping there for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to essentially rig it up to a power supply. And when you do, much like if you had, a TV in your house that, doesn't have its own antenna, but, is designed to, plug into like cable or wire, it isn't showing anything, but there is what you would guess is a menu, and it does match the language that you found in the books.
Oh, hell yeah, that can get us some more words in here.
If you put the device on, you will realize that, yeah, you can actually manipulate the menus using your fingers.
Uh-huh. Okay. I have a question.
I have an answer.
This might be dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to hook up my M-pad to the monitor.
Okay.
Does it work like hooking up a computer? You see the screen on the monitor.
I mean, it takes time to figure out a way to connect it, because obviously you don't have a compatible port. But yeah, if you guys are staying down there for the night, you can figure that out. Yeah.
Cool. Second question.
Uh-huh.
Is there, I guess, around the house, anything that kind of resembles antennas still?
No.
Okay. Because it'd be like, if we could try to get a signal to Monarch, we could make this a little base. so we could communicate.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. We can hook up NFEDs, so that's something. We have a working monitor. If we could get just anything that could get us that signal through that portal, we could make a home base while in here.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm looking for. Even if it's not like a right now, it's a let's keep this in the back of our mind of what we can find as we keep exploring.
So this is obviously some type of television, and so if they have, there's got to be a TV station, right? And that might have the equipment that
Uh-huh.
you would want.
Mhm.
I think so too.
Oh, as you know, we're gonna set up camp and everything. Doc will start going through every option on the menu
Mhm.
to try to find, basically probably the easiest thing to find is brightness. What changes the brightness on the television?
Mhm.
And that will help try to establish, okay, this word means brightness in some, like, now we have some way to map the language to an action,
Yeah.
and that's, I think, gonna help.
No, I love it. Um, so next question. If you are going to stay there for the night, is everyone coming down? Is someone going to keep watch up above?
Well, I'm thinking shifts.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Okay.
I can take first.
What?
Said I can even take first.
I mean, me and Sergeant Malice are already up there with an LMG, so
Uh, Tracker, while you're up on the, surface level, um, you will definitely see that as night starts to fall, um, there are stars in the sky. They do not match any star patterns that you've ever seen. Um, there are definitely some sort of flying creatures that are out and about in night. But since you don't have night vision, uh,
I've seen Pitch Black. I don't want to. I don't want to think about it.
yeah. Um,
But one thing that so if it is dark, I'm
mhm.
assuming since this is a blown out, it's country dark. It's black.
Yep.
If I get a little better vantage point or up on some of the ruins, can I find a direction for light pollution? Like maybe there is a small settlement because it should stand out more against a pitch black night.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
I know it might not be more than just a heading, really, because we're going to be so far out, it's not going to get any details, but it might generally go, hey, there appears to be a civilization, probably to the northeast where those planes were flying to, but
in fact, um, um, yeah, there is light pollution coming from that direction. The direction where, the same general direction that the planes were flying towards, well, plane like creatures or devices. Um, it's pretty diffuse. You think that if there is, a civilization, a city in that direction, it's probably about 150 miles away.
Gotta get us a jet.
but
Um,
I will report that after my shift, and I'll also come down with the machine gun to offer it back to Boomer.
I'll take next.
Okay.
Just monitoring, make sure.
Okay. And then everyone else is just going to use the downstairs to, eat some rations and take, get your 20.
Yep.
Clean lots of guns.
Clean your guns. Here's an important question. Are you going to sleep in your suits or are you going to take your helmets off?
Taking off so much armor. Like so many things.
Yeah, Boomer's
I mean-
probably at this point pretty tired of carrying all of her shit, so she'll take most of it off.
I mean, again, the readings from the MFAD suggested that the atmosphere is breathable. Like I said, a little lower oxygen, a little higher CO2, but still well within tolerable limits.
And the lower oxygen isn't to the point where it's like walking, you're gonna get out of breath a whole lot faster. Like, are we talking like, hey, you're kind of in Denver where it's gonna be
It's that level of lower oxygen, yeah. Like you're at a higher altitude, but we're not talking Everest altitude.
right. Okay. Yeah, to sleep, Doc is gonna take her environment suit off.
Okay. Well, Lieutenant, can I get a perception check from
Sure, you can. I can't promise it'll be any good.
you?
Nope. 8.
Oh no.
That was an 8, by the way.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't promise it'd be any good.
Fair. Who's got the next shift after Lieutenant?
Who's gonna find the body?
Boomer's next.
Boomer, take the next shift.
Okay. Boomer, can I get a perception check from you?
Cool. My -1 perception. Super hyped.
Look, the point is where I'll be the first to scream for all of you guys to get up here.
Can I request using security since I'm doing a security check?
I'll allow it.
Yeah, that's +4. We're not at a disadvantage, right? Because it's dark or anything? Okay. Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh my
epic.
god! Oh my god.
Okay.
Doc, didn't you have a plan?
Doc's asleep right now.
Oh god. We're gonna die. We took off our suits and now we're gonna die.
Okay. So the night will pass, although using the timepieces that are your timepieces, night in this environment appears to only be about 5 hours long.
Because they're two suns.
Because there's two suns.
We got night.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, they're not managing to roll anything higher than a 5, Desmond.
You should be expecting that from me.
I've done it all kinds of times. I didn't have to roll, so it's great.
That's true. Actually, in fairness, Jemmy rolled a 7. It's just
Sorry,
Lieutenant
I can't roll above a 10.
Lieutenant.
That's what we should expect from me.
Yeah. Okay, so then the night will pass relatively quietly. I guess the question is, with the morning, are you going to move on, or are you going to stay here longer?
I do have something first thing in the morning, and with my -1 charisma modifier, I'm just gonna go up to Lieutenant and be like, "Hey, I need to check you out." And I will shine a light in her eye and give her a quick exam. Just like, are there any changes in her eyes? She's not getting golden color eyes or anything.
Feels
Uh,
very
make
pointed.
sure that like breathing the air, there's her nostrils are okay. There's no
Yeah. Give me
skin
medicine.
rashes. Like, what did 5 hours of breathing the air do?
I love that there's the go-to lieutenant with no charisma when lieutenant is proficient in charisma, just sitting there going like, "Oh, I need to teach you social skills."
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure you're okay.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
All right.
At advantage.
Look at glasses and shake my head like that's not how you flirt with
Like,
people, right?
your eyes aren't golden. Well, there are flecks of gold. I can get golden eyes. Oh, fuck yeah.
16.
16. Yeah, no, all of everything comes back, identical to what you would expect from her based on, her last physical and the records that you have loaded into the MFAD. And
You're clear.
I mean, if you take her pulse ox, her oxygen's a little low.
Right.
But that's what you would expect from breathing a lower oxygen concentration for 5 hours.
And as we established from meeting the tribe, piece of candy. Being a good patient.
I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
So, again, are we continuing to explore here, or are we going to pick a direction and start moving?
I think we're off. We wanted to look for a what was it? If there was like a TV studio.
Sure. We'll beat feet to the southwest, which put us in the hills. We do
I don't
that,
think we could wander out of the city.
and we're just outside, but it'll let us know if it's isolated or not, and then we can start making our way around. And there's civilization. It's quite a ways away, but to the north where we saw the plane setting, so we'll be a little cautious as we start heading north.
All right, sounds good. Lead the way.
Okay.
So,
Take an hour to go southwest of Square. Just just to get that vantage point in the hills and see.
okay. Moving into the hills, you will
The
see
hills,
what?
the hills are alive.
You will see that first of all, the once you get out of the outskirts of the city, there's actually you're starting to see some vegetation.
Okay.
You're far enough away from the epicenter of the blast. The vegetation does not match anything that you've seen before. And you can see more hills to the north and to the southeast. To other directions, you will see what looks, it thins out to, you would guess, like a desert of some sort.
Okay.
You got that, guys. There's a dessert.
Radioactive pie.
You will hear
Fuck no.
quite a distance away, but you hear a sound that sends a chill down your spines.
Nope,
It is
not that
felt,
way.
but what?
And we are not going that way.
It is a roar of some sort of creature. Does not match any Titan recorded roar that you have heard in the past.
Can we record that roar?
Sure.
Cool. Cool. I'm gonna record that and then just turn the tracker so we're not going that way.
It seems to be almost directly to the east from you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. No, wait, sorry. I'm to the west.
Oh, that's much more terrifying. Okay. East, I'm like, all right, so they theoretically on the other side of the city. No, west is across the desert. Cool. So, good news. If it starts coming this way, we may have line of sight to see it. Bonus. Bad news. It's close enough to hear it. Bad. So, north. Let's stick in the hills for right now.
All
We're
right.
not going to explore so much here. Just head north.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely get some plant and soil samples here too.
Okay.
I guess, is it consistent the radioactivity is slightly less here the further we are out?
Yep.
If that trend
The further you
continues?
are from the crater, the lower the radioactivity is.
Okay. Then yeah, head north. Like I said, we're not going to stay and explore heavily here.
All right. Before we move you guys to your next hex,
Oh no.
I'm gonna need someone to bounce me a 2d6, but we're gonna have that happen next week.
Uh,
Uh, so, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Part of this very special limited series around our network. On Tuesday, we have City of Destiny. Alex has office hours on Monday. Guardians of Haven will be back on Wednesday. And then, of course, next Thursday, we'll be back here for more Monarch. And there will be another episode of the Titan City Chronicles available through your favorite podcast player. Heroes, we will go around the table so everyone can say goodnight and plug anything it is that you have to plug. We'll start with Chris.
Thanks, Aaron. I'll be back here next Thursday with another episode of The Devastatingly Handsome Glasses and his wonderful friends. Um, coming up November, the weekend of November 7, 8, 9, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever that winds up being, is a Catacon in Dayton. Tickets are going fast, but events are now open. So grab yourself a badge, sign up for Everyday Heroes, which is this rule set, but I'll be running a game in the Rambo universe. So if you like the never-ending magazine gun warfare, shoot 'em up crossed with the A team, I'm your guy. So come and take a look at us at a Catacon. Other than that, like I said, next Thursday I'll be right back here. Have a great week. And with that, I will kick it over to Gary.
All right. Yeah, I'll be here on Tuesday for City of Destiny. There's a lot of Doc diving into stuff, so hopefully next week's a lot of shooting stuff.
I'd rather not.
Even the people who shoot stuff are a little hesitant to shoot stuff, so that's probably a good thing. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed tonight. This was up my alley in the things I like to do sometimes with role playing. So very cool. I will pass it to Aunt Puppy.
I don't have anything. See me here on Tuesday, then on Thursday. Alex and I and friends will be at Yukon in Michigan, November. I was literally just looking at these days and I forgot what days they were. It's the third week in November 14th through the 16th. I thought it was the 13th. 14th through the 16th. We've still got
Yeah,
space
the week
and
after Catacon. Yep.
yep. We've still got a handful of spaces for different games. I'm running 2 of my baking game that that I kickstarted. I'm also running my impromptu game again, and then I'm also running a new game called They Rhyme with Puppets. It is where you guys get to play Muppets. Um, and it's gonna be fun. It's pretty weird, and I'm pretty excited about it. So But yeah, so Alex and I will be there with some other friends. So we'd love to see you guys play. It's open for open season right now for picking games. The impromptu game though is full, but all the other games are still have space left if anyone wants to join. And with that, I will pass it down to Deuce.
Howdy, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, however you do. Those watching live, thank you so much. Always love having you here, including trying to name the terror demon dactyls or whatever you particularly want to call them. Just lick them and enjoy the ride. But those watching after the fact, leave us a comment. Give us another name for them because we'll put the best one and we'll start calling them that on stream. They might not. I will. I'm here for you. I'm your guy. Listen to your buddy Deuce. It is also the year 2025 of our Lord. What does that mean? Oh, that's right. It means only one thing. Kevin facts. So we're keeping them live, keeping them rolling. And we're going with Kevin fact number 372 today. To this day, Kevin still does not know the difference between a yam and a sweet potato. It's a thing. So, other than that, what's got two thumbs is too tired. To her, we go to Jimmy. Go, my partner in crime, go.
Um, I don't have much. I'll be here Tuesday. Back with half the table here. Um, I'm tired. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you sleep well. Uh, drink water. Love you guys. I don't know who hasn't gone. I think
That's
I'm.
everybody.
I was like, I think I'm last. Dad.
All right. That is it for those of us here at the Untold Stories Project. Until next time, remember that in the words of Dr. Suzuki, miracles should be terrifying. Bye!